just me and these guys. And of course Paula, who's sleeping. And there's Sarge, the pole licker, licking his pole. All right, here's Kona's bowl. Let's go feed him. Why was that wolf caged on a bed? He was not on a bed, he was laying on a couch, and he's a wolf dog. He was laying on patio furniture. Hi, Selena. These guys are hungry. Hi, Kona. You ready to eat? Okay, guys, this is gonna go really fast, so don't blink or you're gonna miss it. Oh, Kona, you're such a good boy. Okay, have a seat. Good, sit. Bye, Kona. One down, 3 more to go. I already fed Thor and Loki inside along with our dogs, so these are the last. All right, Riggs. I can tell you're excited. Riggs is gonna go to bed for me, which means that he's gonna go into his feeding crate because they live together, so we keep them fed in crates so that they don't eat each other's food. Hi, Pumpkin. And I'm gonna treat him once I get his door closed. Close his kennel. See you soon, buddy. Hi, Miss Lena. Are you hungry? Are you excited to eat? Good girl. Yay, Selena. Isn't she pretty? Okay. Oh, my fiance is on. Everybody say hi to Cole, my fiance. All right, this is Selena. Here's Riggs with his coconut oil. I'm gonna pour it over. Look at that pour, look at the wrist. All right, this is gonna be the hard part, you guys. Cole McAwesome, McCandless. Everybody, do you think he should change his last name to my last name? My last name is Wolf. So, what do you guys think? I think it's a good idea. All right, Selena, are you a hungry girl? Are you a hungry girl? Come on. Do you have a seat? Oops, a piece of meat fell. All right, sweetheart, there you go. Okay, Riggs is hungry. Look at those tippy taps. That's his hungry dance. Okay, sweetheart. And here's the hard part. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Riggs. All right, let's go feed Sarge. Selena is a beaut. Yes, she is. Cole Wolf is an awesome name, right, you guys? My last name is actually Wolf, spelled W-O-L-F. So, I mean, I'd be convinced. Why are they in such a small cage? Because we are on a rental property. They get hiked once a day. They get turned out in a half-acre turnout at least twice. So they get a lot of exercise, but we're looking for a new property where we can actually own the property and have larger enclosures that are gonna be like full-size habitats with like a pond in them and trees and rocks and all the good stuff. So if you wanna help buy us larger enclosures and a new property, you can donate to our end of year campaign. Sarge is doing his circles around me. All right, bud, have a seat. Thank you. Wait. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Sarge. All right, now I gotta go pick up some bowls. Yeah, it's crazy that my last name is Wolf and that I work at a wolf sanctuary. It's just coincidence, you guys. Maybe it's predestination. I don't know. All right, so first I'm gonna pick up Selena's bowl because she's done first. And if I let Riggs out while her bowl is still here, he'll go for it and then they will fight over it, which is again why we feed them in these feeding kennels. Also, it makes it easier for us to evacuate them in case of an emergency. Is there any way I can send you a photo of our dog Rosie? I don't know, can you send messages in chats on TikTok? Sarge is 12 years old, he's our oldest and biggest. And he's been doing this thing where he's been pulling his bowl out of his feeding kennel. Sarge, are you chewing on it? Oh my God. They don't make good pets, you guys, this is why. Sarge, what are you doing? Do you realize that that's metal? right, we'll take care of that in a minute. One thing at a time, guys, one thing at a time. Hi, Riggs, are you done? Are you ready, bud? All right, get out of here. Look at all this excitement. Everybody's so stimulated right now because they just ate. But watch, in like 2 minutes, they're all gonna be asleep. How old is Riggs? Riggs is 5 years old. Okay, so those are my first bowls. Now I'm gonna go collect Kona's bowl. Sarge is always hungry, okay? Sarge is just, when we rescued him, he was almost 180 pounds. He was morbidly obese. So he's just, yeah, he's an eater. All done with your food, Kona? Thank you. See you later, Kona. I'll come back and say hi to you soon, okay? I love you. Riggs doesn't have any dog in him. Riggs is a full wolf. And that's why we have a fish and wildlife license. Why all these wolves look like German Shepherd. Go Google American gray wolf and a picture that looks like Kona will come up. All right, Sarge. Your turn, bud. He's excited for me to take his bowl because he knows that he'll get a treat once I've taken his bowl successfully and I've left his kennel. So he's actually excited for me to take his bowl. Otherwise, they usually don't want you to take their stuff because they resource guard. All right, let me in, bud. It's a good boy. Hi, honey. Did you have a good breakfast? Did you have a good breakfast, huh? I love you. Okay. Me too. Okay, Sarge, go lay. Oh, you want your bowl still? Why? It's empty, you weirdo. See, this is what I mean. They resource guard. Again, they don't make good pets. Come on, Sarge, let me out. Come on, let me out. Go let me out. Go let me out. Go let me out. Yeah. My bowl. Okay. Let me out, buddy. Let me out. Go let me out. Oh no, you got my walkie. Shoot. Sarge, come here. This is why they don't make good pets. Oh man. Hang on, I gotta prop you guys up. Okay, Sarge, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Okay, let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Good, let me out, Sarge. Are you still gonna get a treat for being a jerk? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Good boy. Well, I'd rather it be my walkie than my phone. I saved it. Again, if you guys need a reminder of why they don't make good pets, let Sarge be your guide. He's a good boy. He's just, I don't know. He's just in good spirits today, huh? All right, so watch. These guys are amped now because they just ate, but in like 2 minutes, all of them are going to fall asleep and be in a giant food coma. How did he get my walkie? I went to grab his bowl. It fell out of my pocket, and then he grabbed it, and luckily he didn't destroy it. He could have, but look, check it out. It's all in one piece. Do any of them show aggressiveness? No, they only show aggressiveness when you do stuff that they don't like. So when Sarge thought that his bowl was his because it was in front of his face, which is a wolf rule, if there's anything in front of their face within a foot of their muzzle, it's theirs. You can't take it. You can't touch it. So if you try to take something that they perceive to be theirs, that they've decided is a resource, they get mad because they're like, that's mine. But this is a bowl. Sarge doesn't need it, so I'm taking it. And we always choose our battles. There are some days where, like, you know, if Kona were to get something from us, like a treat bag or whatever, I'd be like, all right, well, that's his now because it's of less value to me and of more value to him. So if they ever get something that, you know, we want back, we have to trade them with another object that's of equal or higher value. So Sarge got my walkie, but I had treats on me, which is why we always keep treats on us, because you want to trade something of equal or higher value. What's the biggest one you guys have had? Sarge and Merlin would be tied for our biggest. I feel like people shouldn't try to keep wolves as pets unless it's completely necessary. So, hey guys, if you're just joining us now, we are a wolf and wolf dog sanctuary and a 501c3 nonprofit rescue. We are also fish and wildlife and USDA licensed. We exist because people buy these animals as exotic pets, and unfortunately for them, they don't make good pets. And so we exist because we get so many of these guys that need rescue. About 7 times a week, which is an average of once a day, sometimes more, we get a call or an email from someone saying, hey, I have a wolf dog. He got out of my backyard and he just got darted by animal control. Can you help me get him back? Or, hey, my wolf dog is going to be euthanized by the county because he keeps getting out of my backyard and roaming the neighborhood and the neighbors are pissed. Can you come help me? We've had to go and rescue wolves and wolf dogs from backyard breeding situations like Thor and Loki, where they were close to death. Riggs was darted by animal control and put in a gassing facility in Oklahoma, and was given 48 hours until he was going to be gassed and euthanized. So we had to drive to Oklahoma to pick him up. And that's just run of the mill for these guys. Kona was surrendered by his owner, who could no longer care for him. So these guys don't make good pets. They should not be bred to be pets. They shouldn't live in a house. They don't belong in a house. They belong in the wild. They really don't even belong in a sanctuary. The only reason they're in a sanctuary is because they had nowhere else to go. So we exist because these guys have nowhere else to go. When they're bred and born in captivity, they don't gain the necessary skills that they need to be able to survive in the wild, right? So, for example, your parents taught you how to be a human being. Your parents taught you how to walk, how to talk, how to wipe your own butt, how to eat with a fork and knife. And wolves, their parents teach them how to be wolves, how to live in the wild, how to walk, how to interact with each other, how to eat, how to hunt. And if you're not taught how to do that, guess what? You're not going to know how to do it. So when people say, oh, why can't you just release them to the wild? First of all, it's illegal because they're in our care at our sanctuary. And second, because they wouldn't survive. They would end up being dumpster divers. They would end up roaming neighborhoods and getting either darted by animal control or shot by the neighbors, and they would be right back where they started. So again, they belong in the wild. They don't belong in a home. They don't belong on a couch. They don't make good pets. They are not pets. I don't know why anybody would want a wild animal in their house. I love tigers, but I wouldn't want one as a pet. So if you're a cat owner, you're a cat person, and you do really well with pet cats, that's great, but that doesn't mean that you are qualified to have a pet tiger or a pet lion. Was it your dream to own a wolf when you were a kid? No, I didn't even know that this was possible when I was a kid. I had no idea that this was even possible. I found out about it just by hearing about a wolf sanctuary in my area, and I started volunteering there, and then I fell in love, and I've been here for 6 years. Have you ever had a super aggressive wolf that you've had to euthanize? No, we never euthanize these animals, ever. We save them from euthanization. The only time we would ever have to euthanize an animal would be if they were already dying for health reasons. Let's say an animal had a severe case of bloat and we couldn't get them to the hospital in time, or if they had some kind of dire emergency happen where they just weren't able to be saved. It's always a last case scenario. We never ever euthanize. We save these guys from being euthanized. How long have you been at the sanctuary? For 6 years. Have any of them ever tried to attack you? No, we don't give them reason to. So we treat them like wolves. We don't expect them to act like dogs. Hi, Kona. Oh, I gotta flip the camera around for you guys. What are you doing, Kona? You're being so flirty. We don't expect them to act like dogs because they're not dogs. The problem when people get them as pets is that they think that they're going to act like a dog. They think that they're just going to have a husky or a shepherd, and that it's going to act like your run-of-the-mill dog, and that you can just have it in the house with you, and that it's going to be a normal pet, and that's not the case. So we don't ever expect these guys to act like dogs. We just expect them to act like wolves. We treat them like wolves. We respect them as wolves. We don't ever confuse them for dogs. And if you ever confuse a wolf for a dog, they will teach you. They'll put you right back in your place. Do you have a favorite wolf? No, they're like children. You can't pick a favorite. What was your biggest fear before owning them? We don't own them. We are a sanctuary. We exist to rescue these guys because they are bought and sold to be exotic pets. They don't make good pets. And so that's why we exist. We don't own any of them. They own us. We provide sanctuary to them. It's annoying to see people commenting on videos of exotic animals wanting to own them. Yeah. Like I said, growing up, tigers were one of my favorite animals. Lions too. I loved the Lion King when I was a kid. I was obsessed with the Lion King. But I would never want one in my house. That's crazy. That's not a pet. That's an exotic animal. Can Kona howl for us? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself, but we can try. We are located in Southern California, about 55 minutes north of Los Angeles. Hi, Kona. Kona's been very flirtatious all day, very silly. How big can they get? They're about Kona's size. This is a typical size of a wolf. They're not huge like everyone thinks that they are. The largest wolf to ever been weighed and documented has been 164 pounds. That was just one. Sugar is really late, gotta go. All right, see you later. It's like saying you want an elephant in your house. Yeah, exactly. Right, we should respect the wild for what it is. Also, wolves are a keystone species and they are an endangered species. So instead of trying to own them as pets, maybe we should be fighting for them to survive in the wild. So many of these guys get euthanized because people try to buy them as pets and they don't work out and they end up in a shelter where they can't be adopted out to the public. And if a sanctuary like us can't take them, which we are at capacity, we cannot take any more animals, they will be euthanized. And we're really sad to say that as much as we have worked and as hard as we've worked to find placement and find homes for every single animal that comes across, that comes to our attention, there are some cases where people are just full and they can't get a home. We can't find a foster, and those animals have to be euthanized because they're in kill shelters. Because again, they will escape from your backyard. Wolves are cool, but they're not pets. Exactly. So when we buy them as pets, we're setting them up for failure. And the only ones that suffer are them. The human doesn't suffer. The humans don't face any repercussions. It's not illegal in a lot of counties. It's totally fine for you to have a wolf as a pet. So the humans are not the ones that have to pay for it, right? It's these guys. These are the ones that suffer because of human arrogance and ignorance. I think a lot of people have good intentions and they love wolves and they think that they're just like dogs and they're not informed. They don't know. What is your worst experience with a wolf? My worst experience was the High Desert Wolf Rescue, where we rescued Ryder. They were wolf dogs, but it was a hoarder/breeding situation. There were over 200 animals on this property that many of them had parvo. A lot of them were dying. A lot of them were sick. There was just feces everywhere. It was this horrible, horrible situation. And the county came in and said, if you don't get these animals off the property in 30 days, we're going to shoot every single one of them. So the county was going to come in and literally with guns shoot every single animal on this breeder's property. And we were lucky enough to save every single animal. And that's where we actually got Ryder from. And this hoarder and breeder has really turned things around. She's actually one of the good guys now because we've helped her. Oh no, Kona, don't get up. I was just sitting down to show them you laying and being cute. So Kona is what we call a high content wolf dog. He's pretty much a full wolf. You can't really see any dog in him. But yeah, that was my worst wolf experience, was doing that rescue. And we've heard of even worse situations, wolves living in basements, with feces up to their legs, up to their shoulders, because when they're illegal in a county, people will try and hide them. And so instead of getting the help that they need, like in Thor and Loki's situation where their mother was dying, instead of people getting vet care because they know that they'll get in trouble, they just let the animals suffer. So we've seen the dark side of this, guys. We've seen the worst of the worst. And so when people say that they have a pet wolf dog or they've had a successful experience with their wolf dog. First of all, most people who think that they have a wolf dog don't. They really have a husky shepherd mix and they think it's a wolf dog. And then, that's only one story. And that's just one person who happened to get lucky. But we've seen the dark side, and we've seen the majority of people who get them as pets who are unsuccessful with them. And that's why we exist. Remember, we wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be here. Kona wouldn't be here if he was a good pet. Hi, puppy. I got to turn this around. Now he's going to give me his butt. So yeah, we wouldn't be here if they made good pets. And that's just a fact. Are you showing them your butt? Can you get Kona to howl? Yeah, I can try. I'm gonna make myself look stupid doing it, but I can try. Is this your tail? What, Kona? He's being such a flirt today. He likes the inside of his leg rubbed. It's called meaty leg, because when they're puppies, their parents have to help them pee, and so they stimulate their genitals, and they lick their genitals to help them pee. And so when you rub the inside of their leg, it's kind of like their mommy giving them a nice warm hug. I know it sounds gross, but that's just how they get them to pee. So sometimes if you do it, if you pet the inside of his leg, he'll puppy piddle. He'll pee like a little puppy. Hi, sweet boy. You want to lay down? I think you do. You want to lay down for them? You want to howl for them? Can we try to howl, bud? Can we? Oh, are you being silly? Do you want to try to howl? Okay, ready? We're going to howl, okay? Okay, I'm going to turn the... What, Kona? Yes, it's my shoe. All right, we're going to try and get him to howl. It might not work out. All right, ready? Come on, Kona. Come on, Kona. Come on, let's get up on your perch. Come on, let's go up. Let's go up. Oh!